Ben, I know that you have been looking into this. I know that you have been online already looking for his digital footprint. What do we know about him?
Yeah, I mean, he's already posted lots of conspiracy theories about transhumanism and global warming and COVID-19 and all this stuff online on a blog. Transhumanism is the belief that there are like aliens running the country and that they're trying to get us to inject ourselves with COVID-19 shots, vaccines that are really computers. It's like a very confusing, complicated thing. But he is an OG conspiracy theorist based on what we've seen so far. We're obviously looking more into it. That's why I have my computer directly in front of me here. But yeah.
Nothing specifically mentioning any politicians or any political leanings or, I mean, obviously in terms of his...
Yeah, he mentions being black-pilled and being against, and talking about the cover-up of pedophilia and stuff like Pizzagate-style things. I think it's pretty clear where this is leaning so far.
The 16-year-old driver involved in this tragic crash in Buffalo, New York, who police say may have been motivated by a challenge on social media, is due in court today. 4 passengers were killed, ages 14 to 19.
The car was reported stolen.
Authorities say the teens may have been attempting a challenge popular on TikTok, which encourages people to steal Kia and Hyundai vehicles due to an alleged defect in the cars that allows them to be easily hotwired.
I know Kias are widely publicized. The Kia Challenge, as it's called, they are very easy, unfortunately, to steal.
Hyundai is the parent company of Kia. Kia America acknowledging the problem, saying while no car can be made completely theft-proof, Kia America has pledged to work closely with local law enforcement in their fight by providing at no cost steering wheel locks as an optional safeguard. Many cities are seeing an uptick in overall car thefts. In Buffalo, car thefts are up 90% since 2020, with 253 Kias and Hyundais stolen this year. In Los Angeles, 1,600 Kias and Hyundais have been stolen this year.
The TikTok challenge is just basically teaching people how to do it, which is pretty crazy.
If you drive a Kia or a Hyundai, I would be on the lookout.
In September, nearby Orange County sued Kia and Hyundai, blaming older technology in the cars for the spike in thefts. City officials in St. Louis also threatening to sue. They're asking the company to issue a recall.
It just needs to end. It's not victimless. It's not a simple joyride. It's hurting a lot of people.
The 16-year-old driver in Buffalo was ticketed for criminal possession of stolen property, but more charges are expected. As for those Kias and Hyundais being targeted, police say the models affected were from 2010 to 2021.
Did you wake up today and think something feels different? I'm Essie Cup. Welcome to Unfiltered. If you looked out the window and saw pigs flying, don't worry. Hell hasn't frozen over and you're not in the upside down or bizarro world. It's just 2022, when anything apparently can happen in American politics. Like Wyoming Congresswoman Liz Cheney, once one of the most conservative members of Congress and once a hallowed Republican name in Wyoming, just endorsed her first Democrat for Congress. Cheney's story by now is well known. Despite voting with former President Donald Trump 93% of the time, her mortal sin wasn't breaking with conservative values or principles. It was voting to impeach then President Donald Trump, and now serving as vice chair of the January 6th committee. For this, she's been censured by her own party, vilified, and summarily voted out of office. So when she recently announced she was endorsing Michigan Congresswoman Elissa Slotkin, a former Defense Department analyst and a Democrat, it was perhaps the logical conclusion to a wild and unpredictable ride the GOP has been on since Trump took the reins back in 2016. It is nevertheless remarkable to see how much the GOP has shifted in just the past 6 years, from one concerned with ideas and policies to one solely focused on Trump's irrational impulses. Cheney, like many conservatives who disavowed Trumpism, hasn't actually changed her positions all that much, but the party has changed dramatically around her. It's why people like Cheney and Congressman Adam Kinzinger and never-Trumpers like me are now frequently called progressives by right-wing MAGA supporters. Now, the notion is absurd. In fact, people like us rejected Trump not from the left, but from the right because he wasn't conservative enough, or frankly, conservative at all. For this, standing for conservative policies and rejecting election denialism, wanting accountability for January 6th, we now look like moderates. We often find more common cause with Democrats than Republicans. It's almost as if nothing means anything anymore, and the labels are now just used as pejoratives. To be clear, Cheney's endorsement of a Democrat for the first time isn't an embrace of all of Slotkin's positions, and she said as much in her statement this week. Plenty of Republicans, including me, voted for President Joe Biden knowing we disagree on policies. What Cheney is telegraphing is that conservatives like her might have more in common with some Democrats than Republicans in wanting to protect democracy from destruction. It's an important message. The question is, will there be enough Cheneys in the electorate? Enough voters who also decide to cross the aisle and vote Democratic for the first time to make a difference in the midterm elections? We'll have to wait and see. That's it for me. I'm S.E. Cupp.
At approximately 12:04, there was a shot spotter alert that came out for approximately 5 rounds. There was an additional shot spotter right after that for 15 rounds, the 3700 block. Zone 1 units, as well as other jurisdictions, all responded. There was a report of multiple people shot. When officers arrived on scene, it was determined that there was gunfire that took place outside the church at the 3700 block. There were 4 victims that were self-transported to AGH. There were also 1 additional victim that was critical that was transported by medics. Subsequently, there was a 6th victim that had left the scene that was then transported by medics shortly thereafter. Currently, their conditions, as we know it now, we have 1 critical. We have 5 people that are stable. There was a funeral service that was taking place at the time the shooting occurred. At this time, we don't have any information regarding suspects that we're going to release. We have alerted the schools around the area that it is safe at this time, we believe, for dismissal. We have a strong police presence that we're going to keep in the area, and we're obviously going to be here for several more hours, most likely processing the scene and gathering information. We haven't determined exactly where all the shots were fired from. They're still in the process of processing the scene. So.
Do you believe that there were more than one gunman?
Most likely, from what we see. But like I said, we're still in the early stages of processing the scene. As you can see, it's a pretty extensive scene. It's extended out, and based on what we find, we may have to extend it even further.
Hallie, we have some new details coming in from our colleague Adam Reese, who's a reporter and producer in our New York bureau, from a family member who is traveling with Nancy Pelosi. He says a couple of different things. Paul Pelosi is still in surgery. The family is praying for him. That the speaker is en route to San Francisco, as we reported earlier. Apparently, he was hit multiple times in the head with a hammer. He was believed to be home alone at the time. I think we may have mentioned that earlier. Apparently, according to Adams' reporting, the suspect was trying to tie him up, quote, until Nancy got home. When the police arrived, the suspect may have made a statement allegedly along the lines of, "We are waiting for Nancy." This kind of clears up something we were talking about just moments ago. According to this family member to NBC News, the suspect brought the hammer and broke the windows in the backyard. We've seen some images of that, so that makes a lot of sense. And apparently at one point it was Paul Pelosi who called 911 when the suspect wasn't looking. He was apparently able to get at least a call into 911. We're still waiting on some more information as far as the condition of the speaker's husband. He is expected to survive. That's what the speaker's office has said. But clearly he's been badly injured as a result of this incident. So that's the latest from our colleague, Adam.
So, Tom, you're breaking this news live on the air here on MSNBC, and these are significant new details. I'm going to ask our team in the control room to see if we can create a graphic to pull this up, because there's a lot of information, and I want to make sure viewers are seeing this and understanding this, because this reporting is moving the ball forward in a couple of different fronts. First of all, and I want to break this down, Tom, with your excellent summation of this new reporting in from one of our colleagues who has spoken now with a family member close to Speaker Pelosi. At the top of the show, we talked about what are the outstanding questions. Security. How did this person get into the Pelosi's home in San Francisco? And it sounds as though, according to this sourcing here, took a hammer, broke the windows, right? Came in through the yard. The tying up detail is, I think, relevant in light of the discussion on motivation here. To Chief Best's point, the suspect saying, "Where's Nancy?" right, rules out the possibility, or seems to, that this was any kind of a random attack. So if this individual was, in fact, as this sourcing is indicating, tying up Paul Pelosi, waiting until Nancy Pelosi gets home, that is a significant detail. And then it was Paul Pelosi himself who called 911 when the suspect was not looking, which I think also tells you something about the security in the home at the time.